Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle business.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we come. South side, west side, east side, north side. Up on the run, we ain't for the none. We came in the party, we here for the fun. Celebrate life, the party we young. Sky's the limit, we looking above. We up in the sun, no matter what, we stay on the run. Ha, SWork, do your thing. SWork, keep it lit. Bullseye, keep your aim. Yeah, we up on the jib. North side, that's the way. Ready or not, here we come. SWork, keep the energy. Look, yeah, we never unplug. SWork, show some love.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Yeah, SWorks. Everyone put it in their hands. You know it's a vibe. They're waiting in line to get up and flood up the stands. Yeah, we in this together. We feeling like fam. It's all about peace. So pull up with friends. You better come through with you and your crew, cause everybody going in. SWorks, so we keep it lit. You can see how we move the city from the west side to the east. Ooh, you can feel how we leave through. It's all about the youth. Change the world through the tunes. Make the world to a better place. And SWorks, what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Social works. Keep my family out the dirt. This organization, we stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorks. Action on Taylor, the killer verse. I do on my family, my city hurt. They killing our babies, this work on crazy. I pray for my city to reimburse. Private schools for the kids. We the city, yeah, we litty. All I know is it's work. We go hard, keep it busy. Know the life can be tricky, but please just let me finish. Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle business.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we come. South side, west side, east side, north side. Up on the run, we ain't for the none. We came in the party, we here for the fun. Celebrate life, the party we young. Sky's the limit, we looking above. We up in the sun, no matter what, we stay on the run. Ha, SWork, do your thing. SWork, keep it lit. Bullseye, keep your aim. Yeah, we up on the jib. North side, that's the way. Ready or not, here we come. SWork, keep the energy. Look, yeah, we never unplug. SWork, show some love.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Yeah, SWorks. Everyone put it in their hands. You know it's a vibe. They're waiting in line to get up and flood up the stands. Yeah, we in this together. We feeling like fam. It's all about peace. So pull up with friends. You better come through with you and your crew, cause everybody going in. SWorks, so we keep it lit. You can see how we move the city from the west side to the east. Ooh, you can feel how we leave through. It's all about the youth. Change the world through the tunes. Make the world to a better place. And SWorks, what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Social works. keep my family out the dirt. This organization, we stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorks. Action on Taylor, the killer verse. I do on my foot, my city hurt. They killing our babies, this work going crazy. I pray for my city to reimburse. Private schools for the kiddies, with the city every lady. All I know is it's work, work hard, keep it busy. Know the life can be tricky, but please just let me finish. Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle bitch.
Social works, social works, social works, social. Social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we come. South side, west side, east side, north side. Up on the run, we ain't for the none. We came in the party, we here for the fun. Celebrate life, the party we young. Tiger's the limit, we looking above. We up in the sun, no matter what, we stay on the run. Ha, SWork, do your thing. SWork, keep it lit. Bullseye, keep your aim. Yeah, we up on the jib. North side, that's the way. Ready or not, here we come. SWork, keep the energy. Look, yeah, we never unplug. SWork, show some love. Yeah.
Social works, social works, social works, social. Social works, social works, social works. Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works. Yeah, SWorks. Everyone put it in their hands. You know it's a vibe. They're waiting in line to get up and flood up the stands. Yeah, we in this together. We feeling like fam. It's all about peace. So pull up with friends. You better come through with you and your crew, cause everybody going in. SWorks, so we keep it lit. You can see how we move the city from the west side to the east. Ooh, you can feel how we leap through. It's all about the youth. Change the world through the tunes. Make the world to a better place. And SWorks, what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social, social works, social works, social works. Social works, keep my family out the dirt. This organization, we stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorks. Action on Taylor, the killer verse. I do on my foot, my city hurt. They killing our babies, this work going crazy. I pray for my city to reimburse. Private schools for the kiddies, with the city every lady. All I know is it's work, working hard, keep it busy. Know the life can be tricky, but please just let me finish. Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle bitch.
Social works, social works, social works, social. Social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we come. South side, west side, east side, north side. Up on the run, we ain't for the none. We came in the party, we here for the fun. Celebrate life, the party we young. Tiger's the limit, we looking above. We up in the sun, no matter what, we stay on the run. Ha, SWork, do your thing. SWork, keep it lit. Bullseye, keep your aim. Yeah, we up on the jib. North side, that's the way. Ready or not, here we come. SWork, keep the energy. Look, yeah, we never unplug. SWork, show some love. Yeah.
Social works, social works, social works, social. Social works, social works, social works.
SWorkshops are a series of online workshops featuring the many incredibly talented friends of social works. This series aims to inspire and educate, bringing local and national creatives live to your smartphone. They will be sharing and teaching specific aspects of their craft. A wide variety of professions, interests, and hobbies are represented within our curriculum. Did we mention it's a fundraiser too? The stay-at-home notice has students wondering what's to come. For some, graduation and prom will both be canceled. This campaign will directly fundraise a celebration event for those students within the Chicagoland area. Once it's safe, of course. Tune in to any of our socials for one or all of the SWorkshops. You can find the full schedule of programming at socialworkshy.org or on our Instagram. Classes start Monday, April 13th. We'll see you there.
Hi, good evening. Happy Cinco de Mayo. My name is Spring Capers. I am the owner of Spring's Place, the hair salon, and where we say we create beauty inside and out. And I want to thank Social Works for having me here on this platform. The platform for creatives is the source of my energy, where I get all my motivation and passion for, and it's deeply rooted in our community. So I'm glad to be a part of this. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have been in business for over 30 years as a stylist, developing stylist, doing hair, working with my hands. So it's something I love. It's where my passion lies. It's where I have community with people, with women, young, watching them grow up, watching them develop into women, going on to have families, careers. And it's such a rich part of African American culture. Recently, they showed the film on Netflix about Madam C.J. Walker and the impact the beauty industry and the hair salons had on Black women finding out who they were and becoming their images as they developed themselves in America. So, just to give an overview of who I am, I have a short video I want to share with you. So, we'll show that right now. The funny thing about hair and beauty, it's a mask. When someone sits in my chair, I want to know who you really are because I don't want to cover up anything. Then I will approach their hair, not just by what I see on their head, but I see their life. You just cannot do just their hair. You have to do the hair based on the whole person. Hi. My name is Spring Capers, and I am the owner of Spring's Place, the hair studio. Formerly located at 1503 South State Street in a loft, where we did hair care with comfort. Now we have moved to 67 East 16th Street, where our concept is creating beauty inside and out. The move, it's really a humbling experience to be able to do this at this time. I really didn't have to move, but I can see 3, 4 girls that had potential. And it is to really watch them grow because they are very talented. The thing that's different, like I have the opportunity now to develop stylists. And I've always developed stylists unintentionally, but this is intentional.
I'm super excited about the move because Spring brings so much structure to her business and it structures her stylist. My name is Tamika Murray. I touch everybody's hair in here. Everybody that comes through, I've shampooed or colored or styled some type of way.
What I really love the most about working here is that you don't have to be perfect. Everyone embraces everyone's strengths and weaknesses, and if you see that someone is struggling in one area, someone else might help them out, in that area to better themselves. And we operate as one unit. It's not individualized. My name is Mimi. I've been doing hair since I was 12. I've been here at Spring's Place since the beginning of my professional career, so for 4 years. My co-workers are like aunts and sisters. We fight like sisters and we love on each other the same. So it's like family.
Hi, my name is Tina Grant, and I've been a stylist for 20 plus years. I do natural hair, I do blow dries, I do relaxers, short hair, haircuts, basically whatever you like. And if I can't provide that for you, we have other ladies that provide other services, and they do an excellent job.
Tina Grant is my stylist. I'm really particular about my hair, and it's hard to find somebody that you really like. I like that you're in and out. I have to have a stylist where I can be a participant in my, hair care. She listens because I told her I'd like a little fuller curl in the top, and she says no problem. She's very accommodating.
My name is Ebony Noir. Typically at the salon, I do natural hair, so braid extensions, lock extensions, natural updos, and natural blowouts. Springs Place Salon is definitely family oriented, and it's definitely a community-based environment. Everyone is giving, everyone is sharing, everyone is very warm and welcoming when you come in the door.
The atmosphere is love, fun. It's like going to your aunt's house.
My hair story began as a child. I grew up in my aunt's salon, going to my aunt's salon every 2 weeks. I had an every 2-week appointment, getting a press and curl.
You used to come over here. I don't know what you were doing in my bedroom doing your hair. But you'd be coming around that corner with that blonde hair and come upstairs and whatever you want to do, you did.
We'd get our hair done right here. That TV would be right there. And we'd go back here. The dryer was there, and the shampoo bowl has been here 50 years. And I would go in here and steal some color. You got an extra straightening comb?
Which one you want?
And so when I went to college, I found out I had a knack for it. And after I got my license, I got the opportunity to get my own salon, and we were on 79th Street. Then I decided I wanted to do hair downtown. So I had my old mentor, Cheryl Pickenpack. She said, come on downtown. We formed a partnership. Then I got married, had kids, changed my whole life. So I started doing little girls' hair in my living room. Until my husband was like, no, you cannot do hair here. Moved from one location in the South Loop to this location in the South Loop.
I first met Spring through Cheryl Pickenpack. Right after they partnered up, I started working at Springs on 79th Street. I learned a lot being with her. Now I have my own salon, the Powder Room, and working with Spring and Cheryl, they inspired me to do all of that, and still do to this day.
So Spring and I first met 28 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. It was a long time ago. There is a degree of comfort in this salon that I have never enjoyed anywhere else. There's a level of professionalism and expertise in terms of knowing your craft, community building with women. And at the same time, there's a community of not just hair care. There's a community of, we're gonna learn how to cook. We're gonna learn something about politics.
We're gonna learn where to vacation, where to send your kids to school, if you need a lawyer.
You can get a ton of financial, life lessons.
I can get advice from a 17-year-old and a 70-year-old.
I don't want you to look at this as a place you just come in to get a service and you're gone. We want you to feel like we are family and you are our family.
It's like returning to a place where I could trust somebody to take care of my hair, my spirit, and just be comfortable at home in a salon with a community of women.
Why have you stayed at Springs Place?
I'm stuck. No, I'm just kidding.
You gotta have some fun with this. Yes. So that's us. That's my story. In a little bit of a nutshell. I started my business over 30 years ago. It I was inspired, as you saw, by my aunt. It was her way of making a way from moving from the south to the north side, I mean, to the up north, and trying to find a way that she could sustain her family. It is so true to who we are. So it was fun. You play with dolls, you do a little hair, and you play and with your friends and play in their hair, and you find out, hey, I got a knack for this. It's a natural talent. And so you think about it because no one tells you, go pursue a career in hair. And I actually started in college doing girlfriend's hair, sorority sisters' hair, and it was a way actually to eat. Uh, I would get meals. They would bring me food, give me some money to get some food. And coming from that background from my aunt, I had an idea what it was like. And I took a chance, and people trusted me. And it was just comfortable. So as I continued through school and finished school, when I came back home here at Chicago State, I had a choice, and I could either go and pursue a career in accounting or take a chance on myself and do something I thought I loved, that's something that I was excited about. And so I gambled and gambled my college degree on becoming a shampoo girl. And I never looked back. I never looked back. I started doing hair, like I said, in my mom's basement, and I became a shampoo assistant. And the energy in the salon was electrifying. First, you had the creative aspect of doing hair, and then you had the relationships with the women, um, the the comforting of caring for their hair, and then them pouring out their soul, their lives, their children's lives. That's where community starts. So that got me excited. And next thing you know, it's 2, 3 years, you're doing it, you're learning your craft, you're building a clientele, and you have a business. I'm gonna look at a couple of questions. I have to stick my glasses on to see these. Someone asked the question first. My daughter said, "Hi, Mom." I appreciate her tuning in. And next, someone asked, "What was it like to move, like moving locations?" It was, it was growth. I call it growth. You see an opportunity to grow, and you wonder, like the first time I was in my basement. So you're at home and you're doing business, and you have that clientele, right? And so I started assisting someone that worked in a salon, and he had a totally different clientele than I had. And I was wondering, like, what would it be like to be in the salon, to build my business there? And I was studying to get my license at the same time. So I said, I'll try it. So I went, got a chair in the same place, totally different business coming to the salon. You know, um, I got more professional women. I got people that came more consistently. And so it changed my business dramatically. And I respected the legitimacy of taking my business to the salon. So that was my first introduction to change. And so then after being there, I was on the South Side for years. It used to be a joke people used to say once I moved downtown and my daughters would meet people, is your mom spring from the South Side? Is your mom spring from 79th Street? And I'm proud to say, yes, I am from 79th Street. There were tons of salons on 79th Street back in the day. And a lot of people learned how to be the best hairstylist out there. My mentor came off of 79th Street from a place called John Clay. So that was like really cool. So then I'm out of my basement doing hair in the salon, and then I heard they were doing the same thing I was doing on the south side, but they were doing it downtown, making twice as much money as me. I was like, what? How can I make more money doing the same thing? And I wasn't mad. I was like, I want to try to get that. So I said, fine, let me move. Let me see what it's like to move downtown. Let me see what that clientele is like. So I did. I took a chance again, and it's all about growth. That's what inspired me. I like growing. I do not like being stagnant. So I did. I stepped on out, went downtown, and 30 years later, was on the south side, went downtown, settled in. Like I said, I had kids, got married, and had to make it work for my family completely. Because one thing I have learned, you cannot forsake anything for your family. So I had to balance being a mother, a wife, and a business owner. I had to balance it, especially through my daughter's formative years. So I decided to pull back a little bit, raise my girls, and then once they were raised, that's what brought me to this location that I'm at now. So that worked for me. How did I did find out I was good at doing hair, and it takes practice. Getting good at doing hair, it's practice. It is just simple as that. You cut hair, you got to cut it over and over again, cut it again, like learning how to cut a bang. You got to cut that bang 1,000 times to make yourself perfect at it. So that's when, and people like your work, they ask for it. What is it like to see your trainees open a salon? That is the greatest joy. That is true joy to see that happen. Um, because you are giving back. I'll talk about later what it's like to grow a business. And so that's basically who we are. And so I want to go on to the next topic, which what brought me here? And that is the season of proms, graduation, and cotillion. And in our community, it's a season. It's like Christmas. Christmas has a season, summer. Well, in the Black community, proms, graduations, cotillion is a season. And I'm so touched by social works choosing this to support because there is like a little emptiness in me for not having the girls in here preparing for these occasions. These are the things that memories are made of. I remember my prom, and it was a long, long time ago. So, yeah, it's important to cherish their memories and creating a space that we have to believe, we have to look forward to it happening. That's one of the times, like what our beauty industry is all about. Matter of fact, I want to do a little poll to find out how you guys are impacted by um, the stay at home and no proms, no cotillions and graduation. Let's see if they put that up to see if we could take a poll to see. And I don't know if they're doing a poll, but I'll answer a couple of questions if they are. The question is, how do you find, how do you motivate the people around you to grow with you? And to grow with you is the operative word. And everybody, they don't grow with you. They have the opportunity to grow with you. They're absolutely, the opportunity is there. And it's in the giving back. There is no growth if you keep everything to yourself. So you give back. and they have the opportunity to take that chance and come along with you. And so you can teach and you can show, but a lot of it is within them. So you hope that they can see the opportunity for themselves. That's what happened to me when I saw the people that went before me and the work they did. I was like, oh, okay. Let me put forth that effort, and there are possibilities for me. So that's what I try to instill in uh, my mentees is a possibility. And like they say, you could take somebody to the water, but you can't make them drink. So I will take you to the water. That is, and you want to look for people that will take you to the water. But it's up to you to take that drink. You have to in order to go further. The most valuable lesson I have learned in being an entrepreneur and being in business. I'm going to talk about that because one of the things, this is a good time to find out, living through the COVID-19 is testing the strong. It is testing what you built your business on. So I am thankful to be able to support Social Works with this effort because, like I said, proms, graduations, cotillions are a huge part of our business, a huge part of our community and what we do. And it's important that we try to salvage as much of this year for those kids as possible. So, now, the next thing is here we are over 30 days later, right? And I have to ask myself, now what? Or better yet, what now? What now that I have been out of work and not able to operate my salon since March 21st, and this is May the 5th? So that's almost 6 weeks that I have not. And let me tell you, of all the things, the downturn in the economy, they talk about 2008, we've never been affected. We've never, it's always, people always ask me, for over 30 years, anytime anybody have asked me, how's business? And I always say, business is good. Because people are always getting their hair done. I mean, that's a given. You never had to doubt it. This is the first time ever I can recall that I could not work, and I'm telling you, rich, poor, young, old, everybody wants their hair done. So now, after being shut down for 6 weeks, it's what now? And it's two groups that I want to speak to that affect. One are the professionals, the stylists, the creatives that are in this industry. And then I want to speak to the clients, the people that get their hair done. So for the professionals, the thing that I have found that I connected to during this whole process was the ability, the first thing that happened once we were told we had to shut down, we started preparing. We were 10 people in the salon and spacing. And it was you're learning at the same time you're living, right? So you're living through what they're talking about. This is COVID. And then you're learning about it. What is it? What effect does it have on me? And so one of the other thing was like, how will I be able to maintain my space? And how will my staff be able to maintain themselves? And so it was the pursuit of the money. So everybody pursuing the money. The government said, hey, we're going to help you through, whether we give you unemployment where we don't normally, or we give you payroll protection. So I fortunately have a fabulous banker, fabulous banker. And why I call him fabulous? He called me first before I even called him. He called me first and suggested to me to try to secure some funding to help me out to defer my mortgage payment on my property, the salon. And that was like the first week out the gate. But I started, if they shut I'm in Illinois, they did the stay at home March 21st. I was trying to get money by March 22nd. And I never stopped. I listened to every webinar, everything. So that's why I call this my 3Ps, my PPP. And my PPP is to be proactive, to be prepared, and to have perseverance. And you can see right there, I put up the definitions of those words to make it stick with you. To be proactive, what that means is to make things happen instead of waiting on things to happen for you. A lot of people are like, well, I didn't hear from anybody. Well, you got to call them. Nobody's waiting to give you any money. You have to go after. Even when people owe me money and, I might have done hair on credit, I don't wait for them to call me. I call them. I'm like, hey, and you have to be prepared. I started looking, soon as they started writing the CARES Act, me and my accountant, my girlfriend and I graduated from college with, we started listening to it. And so soon as it was released, we pulled it down off the internet and started reading it and finding the piece that affected me. So we needed to know, especially when you are working as a creative and independent artist, you are not an employee. You work basically as a subcontractor in industries or whatever you do as an artist. You do the work, you get paid, and that's money in your pocket. Well, one of the things that definitely helped me is I have a understanding of money very well. My undergrad degree is in accounting, and I take it seriously. And to the point that when I was in my 20s and I first started making money, the first year I made money, and this comes from an accounting mind, I looked at the end of the year and I said to myself, what is my net worth? Not how much money I made. What am I worth at the end of the day? And so you always have to do that. I don't care what you do, what money you make, how much money you have. You want to know, like your Gucci bag has no value after you buy it. Your shoes, your Louboutins don't have any value. But property, investments, all that stuff, that's valuable. So you always have to ask yourself that question. And so it is important to make sure you know what you're worth and how your money works. You can't just do your work, say, I'm creative, I'm living in my creative mind, because there comes a time like this. There comes a time like this that you need to be prepared for. So that was the thing I was so focused on that first week. And so once we realized they were allowing to have resources for independent contractors, that's a first. No, there's never been a bailout for people like us. So I said, there's an opportunity for us. And so through the communication back and forth with my banker, I secured the payroll protection plan for my stylist and myself. And that meant, and this they wrote it in the paper, so it's no secret. They secured what we made. Really, what my girls came in here, when you do hair, they get paid. That amount of money they got secured through the payroll protection program. And I'm gonna show you right here what I did. I sighed a relief. I breathed because it was a relief to know we could sustain ourselves for a couple of more months. And that's important because when you see the stories, that is what break your heart. If you can't sustain yourself. And I've always taught my people financial literacy. So they were able to sustain themselves in April. And so this tied us over for May and June. And we needed that because it will cripple your artistry if you can't eat. That will take you out of being able to create at all. So that is why I call it my three P's: being prepared, being proactive, and perseverance. And perseverance, you can never give up. Never, never, never. And for everybody down on the bottom of those pictures, my team, that's what I did it for. You have to keep on going to the end. You can't get tired. Can't say you don't know. Not in the age of Google. You cannot say you don't know. It's too much information out there. I'm going to look at a couple of questions. How is the SBA loan helping my business? That's what I talked about. It is providing payroll for my team so that they are able to be whole and be able to pay their bills, pay their rent, buy food, the things that's important. There's a question: what inspirational message do you have for your young adults that are missing their special occasion? You have to recreate. You have to create right where you are. You have to make it happen. That was just a world that was created. It's a social construct. So you reconstruct, you know, and you reconstruct right where you are within the law. You can get dressed up, you can get your makeup on, have the moment with yourself. I'm old enough to know all proms have not been the way they have. My prom is nowhere near where my daughter's prom is, but it's still memorable to me. So find that space for yourself. And then know that later date, I'm gonna have a different kind of celebration. Know that it will be there for you. Another question: how can you as a freelancer decide your monetary worth? That's a good one. So, woo. As a freelancer, I'm gonna come back to that. I have a question. I'm gonna stay with that because there is a thought I have about that. And I hope I remember it and don't forget. But always stay. I'm gonna just say this right at this point, and I probably will circle back. Stay with your passion. Trust me. Trust your passion over the money. Trust it. And I'll talk more about that. So, and I'm gonna go to my other P. So, and P must be a powerful word because there are so many things that I found. Those were the first three, but I knew then persistent as a entrepreneur, as a creative. You have to have that burning fire drive to keep going. You have to be persistent. And like I said, there is power within you. You know it, you feel it, your gut tells you about it. You have to dig for that power and live off it. Don't be afraid of it. Let it flow. And then you have the partnership. What I said with my partnership not only came with my banker, but it comes with my staff, it comes with my clients. The wealth of the community in a salon, if there is anything I need, if I need a lawyer, like they said on the video, we can find a lawyer, we can find a doctor, I needed to know, prepare myself what type of cleaning supplies I need. I call my doctors. You know, the partnership is real. I put on here, be prayerful. And however you pray, however you meditate, however you take a moment to gather yourself and your thought. I have a ritual that I have a steam in my house. I mean, like if you have a little extra you can get for yourself, that was my little extra. And so that's where I find my peace, where I can hear a voice that tell me, direct me and guide me. So find that prayerful peace and be patient. I got approved. I was probably like the 570th. That's what my application said, was the 570th person to get my loan approved. And it was approved on April 9th. I did not get that money till the end of April, but I never worried about it. I just let it, I talked to my banker when I needed to, but I had patience. You have to. Whenever you're trying to achieve something, you have to have that patience. And passion is what drives us. We wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have your art if you didn't have passion for things. So that's what I have for my professionals. And so, and another thing I was talking about, what got me through. Like I told you, the steam got me through. Well, the other things that got me through were I have a coach. I have a coach I speak to every week because sometimes you have a thought, you have an idea, and you need it to get along, and you know you get stuck. Well, that's what coaching does. It's like it's new to us in the everyday life field. We know it for sports. That's what we associate coaching with, sports and things like that. But guess what? That coach is there to motivate you to find a way. You know, you saw, if you're watching The Last Dance, and you saw what Phil Jackson was to Michael for basketball. Well, guess what? That can happen in any part of your life. And it has been amazing for me. Amazing. And you have it in mentors, you have it, I do it in the salon. It is a part of life, and you need someone that will give you sound direction and advice. So that, my mental health, that is very important. That is my strength, is to make sure I'm mentally well. And that is something, oh my God, we have to invest in, because it'll make you whole and make you a better person. And, you know, the little things like people say, I was saying to my girlfriend, it's real. And people like, he's crazy. That boy's crazy. That girl's crazy. Well, be. They might have a little mental illness and need some help. And it goes a long way. And create a routine. Find some structure, create a routine in your life during these times, because you're not off work. You can't look as if you're off work. Even me as a stylist, I may not be doing hair, but I am working. And the one thing I say, acting as if. And the thing I think about with that, my youngest daughter, she was born with an injury. Her arm got stretched and her nerves got pulled, and she got an injury called herb palsy. And so what it meant, she couldn't move her arm on her own. She can only feel at her neck and at her fingertips. And so she had to go to therapy, and the therapist would tell me, in 4 weeks from now, her arm is, say, gonna do like this, right? So what I had to do, what she told me I had to do, I had to make it do it beforehand. I had to be that muscle for her arm before she got there, so she could be prepared to do it when it was time. And that's what's true for us now. Be prepared to be outside. Don't go outside. Oop, Nick is going to kill me. Don't go outside, but be prepared to be. So you have to do the work that you're going to do to prepare you for later. So that's why I said acting as if you're there. So that is important. And so now I want to talk to the clients of my creativity and what we have done for them. That's where I work with my passion. That's where we have had to create space. We had to figure out a way. Once uh, we had to shut the salon down. And like I say, you living and learning, understanding how the virus passed. And it hit me like, oh my goodness, it's kind of dangerous if, you hear all the health professionals catching it and dying, just coming in contact. Well, there's no way I can do my job without and social distance. There is absolutely no way. So I had to learn as much as I can. And in the meantime, I had to find a way to reach my clients to assure them, yes, your hair is going to be fine. I know you're going on your Zoom meetings and you care, or you got gray hair, it needs to be covered, even though you're in the house, nobody see you. I understand, because you know what? Sometimes how you look affects how you feel. It's just a thing for us. And so I value that, and I value that in my clients, and I needed them to feel okay. So I started teaching them how to do their own hair. And I don't care whatever it was, I'll teach you how to do it. And I started doing hair care packages. I said, well, let me get back. I got all this product. Let me get the product to the people. And I literally filled up about 18 hair care packages, and I drove it to their homes. And oh my God, what a good feeling to know. And it warmed my heart to know that people came to see me all the way out from Frankfort, Illinois, all the way up way northwest, just for us to service them. So I felt that was such a service I could do for them, is to put together packages for them for their special hair care needs and to help them make it through and FaceTime and walk them through. Honestly, I have people that don't shampoo their own hair. I am the only person that shampoo their hair. I know that sounds unbelievable, but it's true. So we have supported them. I have what I call a Shop Talk Saturday, and we come on and teach and chat with the clients. And I see, and we always say we do more than hair here. We are there. I can see in their faces their need to connect, their need for this community, their need to someone see them. And it's a lot of people that live in a home by themselves. So that once a week, they are there. I'm happy when they show up every week and we're there for them. And they just may want to say, look at my hair. Look, what is it doing? And you got to tell them, I have to tell them, your hair looks good. You look good. Don't worry, we'll be back. They want to hear that. So we are there more for just your hair service. We're there to motivate you, to hear about your child, to hear about your struggles, to hear about your successes, everything. That's what we do. I'm going to look at the questions. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Technology is something. That has been my greatest learning curve during COVID-19 is using technology, but it's been good. I appreciate the experience. It's called the growth. It's back to growing again. So I want to wrap up. I was telling you guys about how it's connecting to the clients, and that was huge. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was how am I going to prepare to get back? And first, I'm going to answer a question. One of the questions was, can you talk about the mistakes I made? In early stages of being a small business owner and how you have overcome it. And I'm gonna tell you that's a tough one because we're such the people factor, right? And working with people. And one of the things that I have a big heart. I always say it's a Red Cross sign outside my salon. Always trying to save someone and help someone out. And you get knocked around a little bit, you learn from it. And the things I have gotten better at is my judge of character and my discernment, but I still have a big heart. It didn't take my heart away. So I stayed intact in doing that. So that's been a true lesson. But so in preparing back, and I don't know if this is showing up, my last slide about what's next in preparing going back. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to tell you about it. What's the preparation of going back? There will be new guidelines because we cannot social distance. We have to be safe. And I have been asked, trust me, I have been asked to do hair while in COVID. And you can never compromise your integrity for money. Someone asked me about that, about the making money. And that's the thing. I tell anybody, I've never worked for money. Never had to. Okay. I've always worked for my passion, and that is what I will tell everyone. Stay true to your art form and stay true to your passion. And it will work. The universe will provide for you, for sure. And that's all I got. Thank you for this opportunity. It has been a great experience, great learning experience, and a great opportunity. And I wish all the prom graduation class of 2020 a year to remember. You will have this forever in your life, so make the best of it. That's all I got.
You can see how we move the city from the west side to the east. Ooh, you can feel how we leave through. It's all about the youth. Change the world through the tunes. Make the world to a better place. Saying S works what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social, social works, social works, social works. Social works. Keep my family out the dirt. This organization, we stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorks. Action on Taylor, the killer verse. I do on my feet, my city hurt. They killing our babies, this work on crazy. I pray for my city to reimburse. Private schools for the kiddies. Where the city at, we litty. All I know is it's work. Working hard, keep it busy. Know the life keep it tricky, but please just let me finish. Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle business.
Social works, social works, social works, social. Social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we come. South side, west side, east side, north side. Up on the run, we ain't for the none. We came in the party, we in for the fun. Celebrate life, the party we young. Sky's the limit, we looking above. We up in the sun, no matter what, we stay on the run. Ha, S-work, do your thing. S-work, keep it lit. Bullseye, keep your aim. Yeah, we up on the jib. North side, that's the way. Ready or not, here we come. S-work, keep the energy. Look, yeah, we never unplug. S-work, show some love.
Social works, 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 yeah, S works, everyone put it in their hands, you know it's a vibe, they're waiting in line to get up and flood up the stands, yeah, we in this together, we feeling like fam, it's all about peace, so pull up with friends, you better come through with you and your crew, cause everybody going in, S works, so we keep it lit, you can see how we move the city from the west side to the east, ooh, you can feel how we leave through, it's all about the youth, change the world through the tunes, make the world to a better place, and S works what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social, social works, social works, social works. Social works, keep my family out the dirt. This organization, we stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorks. Action on Taylor, the killer verse. I do on my family, my city hurt. They killing our babies, this war going crazy. I pray for my city to reimburse. Private schools for the kids, with the city every lady. All I know is it's work, with the heart, keep it busy. Know the life can be tricky, but please just let me finish. Let me just be a witness. SWorks handle business.
Social works, social works, social works, social works, social works, social works.
Ready or not, here we